Hey, everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Advocate Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a really good topic for today's show, in which it is Democratic United States Senator Fetterman threatened the higher be of the Democratic Party by stipulating that if they do not side with Israel, he would leave the Democratic Party and move over to the Republican Party. So let's get right into this. You all know, because it's been old news, that what's been going on with the war with Israel and Palestine and stuff like that. It's old news. It's not anything new, right? Now, Democratic U.S. Senator Fetterman from Pennsylvania threatened the higher brass that be of the Democratic Party, and he said to them that if they do not side with Israel, then he would leave the Democratic Party and move over to the Republican Party. Now, depending upon who you ask, different people, they have different feelings about what's going on with the war with Israel and Palestine and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. Now, but putting that aside, to be making this threat to the higher brass that be of the Democratic Party, that's in no way, shape, or form the right thing to do. No way, shape, or form. Because United States Senator Democrat Fetterman, in his mind, he's thinking that, okay, because come this November, there's the midterm elections, and he feels that the Democrats would fear about losing control of the United States Senate and stuff like that. Now, because polls have been showing that there's a chance that the Democrats can also take back the United States Senate, but there's also polls showing that it could be a 50-50 tie, basically, with the tiebreaker being the Vice President of the United States. But either which way, United States Senator Democrat Fetterman feels that, this is going to make the higher brass that be of the Democratic Party fear. Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. It's not going to make them fear. It's not going to make them fear. Because number one, Democratic United States Senator Fetterman, as far as I'm concerned, he's been a major screw up for way too long. Way too long. Okay? And there's been many Democratic senators that have been looking for any which way. They've been itching to get Fetterman kicked out of the Democratic Party. Now, this is their chance now. Okay? So if you want to leave the Democratic Party and move over to the Republican Party, hold the door open for him. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Don't let the door hit you 2 times in the rear end on the way out. Go right ahead. Because what would happen then is the Democrats will make sure that there's another Democrat taking Fetterman's seat. Plain and simple. So either which way, here's what would happen. It would either remain the 50-50, like I said before, or like I said, there's still a good chance that either which way, there's a really good chance that the Democrats can also take back control of the United States Senate. Seriously. So, I mean, really, honestly, seriously. And Fetterman wants to do this now because in his mind, he feels, this will be time sensitive and there won't be enough time for them to replace him with another Democrat. The higher brass that be of the Democratic Party, this is not their first barbecue. They've been around for a long time, many of them. Then they've been through everything. So there's nothing that you could pull on them that they don't already know how to deal with. So seriously, come on. Come on. And like I said, Fetterman has been a disaster for the Democratic Party for so long. Time for him to go. Adios. See you later. Goodbye. Seriously, that's at least how I feel about it. And but anyways, I want to remind all my fans out there about a couple of things. For the two shows that I host on Spreaker.com, one is called Super Advocate and the other is called Disabled Reality. For those two shows, I have a specific website that you guys can go to and listen to all the episodes of both of my shows that I host on Spreaker.com. And that website is titled Super Advocate. And the link to there is superadvocate.codeadx.me. Let me repeat that. The link to this website is superadvocate.codeadx.me. And again, on there, you guys can listen to all the episodes of both of my shows that I host on Spreaker.com that I just mentioned. But also on this website of Super Advocate, you'll see a tab on there called Promo Codes. If you guys click on that tab, you will see 8 promotions on there. And out of those 8 promotions, all of us at Super Advocate, which is the show that I host on Spreaker.com, like I mentioned, which I just hosted that show today before I hosted this show. But all of us at Super Advocate, we support 4 of those promotions. And those 4 promotions are Connie's Fashion Vault, Chill Boys, Hypernatural, and Old Glory. These are great websites. They got great products at great prices. I highly recommend you guys go check them out. And I also want to remind all my fans out there about my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that's AIHNY.com. And you guys can check out all the pages on there. But I just want to mention just a few of the pages that are on there. One page is titled Blog. Another page is titled Shows. Another page is titled Internet Store on Zazzle. And another page is titled Bookstore on Amazon. If you guys click on that title Shows and go to the shows page of Advocate Information Highway. Also on there, you guys can also listen to all the episodes of both of my shows that I host on Spreaker.com. But also on there, you guys can also listen to and watch all the episodes of this show, Advocate Information Highway, AIH for short, that I host here on YouTube. And as well, but also on this page, on the shows page of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you'll also see 2 links on there. One link is in regards to my show of Super Advocate that I host on Spreaker.com, in which if you guys click on that link, you guys can subscribe, and it would I would really appreciate it if you guys did this. You guys can subscribe to my show of Super Advocate on there. And again, I would really appreciate that. And the other link that's also on there is in regards to my show Disabled Reality that I also host on Spreaker.com, in which there's a link on there that you guys can click on and subscribe to my show Disabled Reality that I host on Spreaker.com. And again, I would really appreciate it if you guys did that as well. So I added those 2 things to that page earlier today. And also, if you guys go to the page titled Bookstore on Amazon, you'll see a link on there. I'm sorry, Books on Amazon. You'll see 3 links on that page. Those 3 links are to the 3 books that I wrote and that are up for sale on Amazon. If you guys go to the page titled Internet Store on Zazzle, right? If you guys go to that page on my website of Advocate Information Highway, you'll see a link on there. And if you guys click on that link, it'll bring you right to my internet store on Zazzle, and you guys could see and purchase all the products that I designed and that are up for sale on my internet store of Zazzle.com. And so you guys could check that out as well. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.